Did a lot of thinking yesterday, boys, after that raid. Turn the music down a bit. For those that didn't watch the stream yesterday, what ultimately happened was I died on Saffron to Frost Bomb. And pretty quickly ended the stream after AQ was over. And if you didn't watch yesterday, like, I was pretty damn upset after I died on Saffron, and I'm sure a lot of people were wondering why. Because, like, you know, everybody dies on Saffron, right? Like, at some point, like, you're gonna die, you're gonna fuck up at some point and die to Frostbomb. And so I was asking myself, like, why was I so upset after that yesterday? And honestly, it's not that hard to come up with the initial answer as to why, just because it hasn't taken a genius to figure out that the last couple of months, or frankly, the last 5 or 6 months of raiding have been really frustrating. And I think if anything, yesterday was not necessarily just like, the reaction wasn't necessarily to me dying on Saffron. It was more to just like being the proverbial straw that broke the camel's back. It was just the... It was just a situation of like all the pent up frustration that I've been trying to keep inside, and I tried to just not think about and tried to just like tell myself like it didn't matter. I just couldn't help it. Yesterday, I just got so fucking fed up with like all the frustration that's been pent up over the past couple of months. It's not being burnt out, by the way. Like, do not take what I'm saying as like I'm being burnt out and like, oh man, I don't want to play this game anymore. This is gonna be the exact opposite of what I'm eventually gonna say. But I came to ask myself, like, all right, why have I not been enjoying raiding over the past couple of months? Or really over the past, I mean, it's mostly specifically over the past couple of months. And I initially had a hard time answering that question. Just because I've always said, and it's always been the truth, that the reason I play this game is because I want to just pump. I want to go as hard as possible. I want to enter a raid, press my buttons, and see the biggest numbers I can possibly can for as long as I can. And I don't know. Just try to push the limits of this game past the point in which it was designed for. And Onslaught lets me do that, for the most part. Like, yeah, of course our raids have been a bit scuffed, overall, lately. But at the end of the day, I'm still going as hard as I possibly can on every boss, and our tanks are gods here. I'm not threat capped, and we're still going at a really nice pace, and like our farm run yesterday still ended up being about an hour, and I think it was like an hour and 40 minutes or something. So why have I been so frustrated with raids lately? If in theory, everything I want to be able to do in game, I've been able to do. And it got me back to thinking eventually about how I was talking about on stream, like why I like Vanilla WoW in the first place, why I like the game design of Vanilla WoW. The thing I've always said in the past is, the thing about Vanilla is the amount of time you spend playing this game is directly correlated to how well you can do. This was a game designed around playing as much as possible to get the biggest benefit possible. The more time you spend farming the extra consume, the more time you spend getting this extra world buff, the more time you spend getting that rep item outside of raid. Generally speaking, the better you're going to do, at least on average, or at least the better opportunity you'll have to do for yourself. And really since the end of Phase 5, but certainly in the past month or so, I've put a massive time investment into the game. And I don't regret it for a single second. I put a massive time investment into the game for seemingly little reward. You know, I haven't gotten shit for loot. Our speedrun caliber, quality, whatever you want to call it, has just not been there. Hasn't been there since the end of Phase 4. And I guess it's been really frustrating just because the amount of time I'm sinking into this game doesn't feel like it's going anywhere. Doesn't feel like anything is being improved. It doesn't feel like there's any way to benefit from that time sunk into the game, which, like, to me is one of the reasons why I enjoy this game. Because a lot of people love to ask me, like, how can you still play this game after all this time? Like, why do you still enjoy this game? And, like, for the longest time, I didn't really have a good answer to that question. People didn't really know, like, I didn't really know how to answer the question of, like, why I'm not tired of this game after 7 years. I finally figured out the reason yesterday. It's because I enjoy sinking a shit ton of time into this game. And it's an advantage to sink a lot of time into this game. A person who plays this game more often, on average, is going to do better, and I enjoy doing well. And that's something I'm able to do better than most people can, even before my days of streaming. So these past few months, I've been doing just that, like sinking a decent amount of time into the game. I have felt kind of powerless because, like, I feel like no matter what I do, no matter how hard I try, no matter what I can possibly think of to improve myself, it doesn't matter. It doesn't change anything. Nothing good comes out of it. And that's been frustrating because if I'm going to put a ton of work into something, not just World of Warcraft, but anything, like, ideally you want to get something out of it, right? So up until this point, I've been telling myself and chat a bunch of silly fucking platitudes, like, oh, this is just what I signed up for, dude. Like, this is the system I signed up for. Like, oh, I'm just here to pump anyways. You know, just gotta be patient. You know, I'll get what I want eventually. And, you know, it's okay. I prior to AQ gear, so we expected this to happen. You can say that all you fucking want, but at the end of the day, when your Discord is filled with people posting about how they just got their BIS piece of Nax gear, about how they just reached their full BIS, about how they just got their fucking awesome Gressel to go along with their THC, it gets pretty fucking old after a while, dude. After a while, I can only say grats through gritted teeth so many times before I'm just kind of fed the fuck up with it. I appreciate that you got the Nax item, good for you, but also at the same time coming in to like post it in my chat, like, hey, just got my 10th piece of Nax BIS, like, go fuck yourself, dude. Like, that's nice, good for you, but like, are you really gonna flaunt it under the circumstances? Like, come on, buddy. So the question is, what do I do about this? Because I can just sit here and whine all day long. I can talk about how frustrating things would be or have been, and like talk about how like you should feel sorry for me, but fuck that, dude. We've done enough of that over the past month or so. So what do I do? It's become clear to me that none of the following leads to any sort of reward. Using every single consume in the game does nothing. Min-maxing the world buffs to make sure that I zone into a raid with 59 minutes on my buffs instead of 54. Do you know what I get out of that? Nothing. Performing in raids as well as I possibly can, trying to pump on every boss and top in the meters on every boss. You know what that gets me? Fucking nothing. Attending random guild activities under the guise of being loyal to the guild. You know what that gets me nowadays? Absolutely fucking nothing. But there's a saying, a very simple, short one. Money speaks. Like I was talking about before, I've always had one major advantage playing this game. Only one. It's not my reaction times, it's not my sick hand-eye coordination, it's not my mechanical skill in this game, it's not my APM. All that shit, frankly, on average is usually under par. I look at my APM in Warcraft logs and I'm always frustrated that I realize it's lower than most people. At least lower than I want it to be. You know what the one thing I've always been able to do better than anybody else is? I can do the same repetitive, boring, tedious, grindy shit in this game for far longer than anybody else can possibly do. I have more autism than any normal being should have when they play this game. And you know what? When people ask me why I don't get burnt out of this game, that's the reason why. I'm just straight up better at grinding than you are. I got more autism than you do. I can sit here doing my fucking 20,000th DM East jump run and not care. I can have just as much fun doing my 21st thousandth DM East jump run compared to my 20th thousandth. And I can still fucking do it because, like I said, I'm more autistic than you are. I can grind with the fucking best of them. And that's not something I've been doing lately. My grinding lately has fallen off par. Off stream, have I been playing much? No, I haven't. You know why? Because I've been thinking, like, you know what? I don't need gold. I've got enough gold at this point. I've got enough mats. I've got enough consumes. I don't need to do more of that shit. Why would I? I'm past that point of the game, right? No, I'm not. It's time to get back to my fucking roots, boys. The title says it all. Dating back to my private server days. You know, people love to say like, oh, well, dude, the only reason you can play so much, the only reason you get so much gold is just because you're streaming full time. That's not true at all. Maybe a little bit more so nowadays, but back when I had my real person job, just like everyone else, on private servers, honestly, I still played about just as much every day. I didn't have any fucking friends. I never went out, didn't go out to eat, didn't go to restaurants, didn't spend money on a bunch of, like, frivolous shit in California. You know what I did? I went to work, I came home, and I spent every fucking minute of my free time playing World of Warcraft. You know why? Because I was able to farm that shit that other people couldn't on private servers. Do you think that, like, all that vanilla, the Valentine's candy shit, do you think all that, like, that I've saved up on Classic, do you think I just did that on Classic? Nah, fuck that, dude. I had even more Valentine's candy on private servers than I did on Classic. I out-autismed everybody on the private servers I played on. I made sure I got full fucking buffs for every fucking raid. I made sure that every raid I entered, I had 59 minutes on my buffs and not like some dumbass 53-minute shit. And that's where I squeeze my advantage. That's where I can do it. That's my bread and butter. That's what I'm best at. So, I've come to realize there is only one thing I can directly control in this game in regards to being rewarded, in regards to getting some sort of benefit. It's not trying to pump as hard as possible in raids. I'm gonna keep doing that. Don't get me wrong. But that does nothing. I've come to realize that. It literally means nothing. You can just show up, you can be a warm body for 2 hours in Nax, and you'll get the exact same thing as if you try to pump as hard as possible. You know what I can do? I can make some fucking money. Cold hard cash. Unchanging in my direct fucking control. That's what I can do. I can go into DM East, I can grind my fucking balls off for 20 hours a fucking week and get so much fucking gold in this game that people are going to be scared to bid against me in a GDKP run because they realize I've spent the last 30 hours of my goddamn life getting gold just for the gear that you want instead. Okay? So, unlucky in this game, being like unfortunate is no longer an excuse for me. I'm done with that. I'm so fucking done with that. It's time to make my own goddamn luck. I'm tired of relying on some system that just like hopefully gives me out loot at some point because like, well, you know, this is where you put it on your loot list. Fuck that, dude. I want to be able to play this game and get rewarded for it whenever I fucking feel like it. Alright? I don't care how many jump runs I have to do. I don't care how many times I have to log in when I don't feel like actually playing the game. I'm gonna do nothing but gold farming from here on out. I've got the autism to do it. I've done it before, I'll do it again because I've realized I have to do it again. So, from here on out, I'm going to be showing up to every one of those GDKP runs with as much gold as I can possibly fucking farm. Every single stream is going to be, I'm going to make gold. If that's not something you want to watch, I apologize, I get it. If you want to watch somebody else who's doing other dumb random shit in this game, I get it. That's fine. I understand that gold farming is not the most exciting, fun, riveting content in the world. I get it. But it's what I'm going to do because it's what I'm good at. And it's because I've realized that what I'm good at is what I should try to focus on and try to take advantage of. So, you know, I had my exclamation point goals sheet. Existed. Does that exist anymore? I guess I got rid of that. Okay, never mind. It's not there anymore. But on that exclamation point goal sheet, it was a sheet where I showed like all my goals for all my characters throughout Classic. And I was talking about how one of the things I planned on doing on Salvador was get Gressel THC. And then eventually when the time came to create my Nax loot list, I backed off that because I was like, oh guys, we gotta be realistic here. Or hold on. With the system that we signed up for, you gotta promise to make Q gear. Like, oh, well, with the way the TPS modifier is set up, blah, 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 I can't. So I shelved it. I ain't more. Fuck that. We're gonna farm our balls off every goddamn day for the rest of Classic and even beyond if we need to. So I can buy every single fucking item in this game. And I'm not going to stop until I'm full fucking bis. I don't care how long it's going to take. I don't care if I'm still playing Classic Legacy Vanilla servers in 2024 when everybody's moved on to Classic Wrath. All right? I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I'm getting full fucking bis in this game, and I'm not going to let some stupid fucking loot system tell me that I can't do it. Because fuck that, dude. I don't know why the fuck I thought I was okay with this the entire time. I probably wasn't. I just didn't want to admit it to myself, and certainly not to you guys. Okay? I'm getting full fucking bis. Fuck the stupid fucking loot system we have. I've got a better way of doing it anyways. I'm not doing this for my stream content, alright? Frankly, I realize there's other things I could stream that would be more exciting. I'm not doing this for bragging rights. I don't care about that shit. I never have. And certainly not doing it for my guild, because Lord knows doing everything for my guild up to this point has led to fucking nothing. I'm doing this for me. I'm doing this because it's actually what I fucking want in this game. I'm doing this because, like, the reason I play this game is to grind my balls off and eventually get rewarded for it. So, like I said, I'm sorry to those that don't like farm streams, but it's going to be a lot of farm streams in the next 3 months or so. And for those that were worried about, like, uh-oh, is Salv quitting? Is he going somewhere? No. No, I'm doubling down. If you thought I was going to play less, if you thought I was going to do less raiding, less farming, less grinding, less streaming, no. It is the exact opposite. We're doubling down on this shit. We're going to be playing so much that I'm going to wonder why I even used to find this game fun. I'm going to play this game so fucking much, grind so much fucking gold, that I'm going to wonder why I didn't buy full bis every fucking phase of this game. Get used to DMEs, boys. What you saw at the start of the stream is what you're going to be seeing for a long time. Because that's all we're going to do. I don't care if I get tired of it. I don't care if it's something I don't feel like doing someday. I'm going to do it anyways. You know why? Because it's what I do best. So to finish things off, like I said, I've gotten away from my roots lately. I've gotten away from the real reason why I've excelled at this game in the past. No more. Some true fucking autism is about to be unleashed. I'm gonna go full-on Sweatlord Autismo mode until I get exactly what I fucking want in this game, because I'm tired of being a team player. I'm tired of playing in a way where it's just like, well, let's get for this other person. Oh, well, you know. He played it right. He's just playing the system he's dealt. I do the same thing. No, none of that shit anymore. No, we're done with that. We're done. I'm playing this game for me. For fucking me. Okay? I'm tired of being the fucking team player. Because that's gotten me fucking nothing. So, if you want to see Salvador live the Gressel THC dream, keep watching, boys. It's going to happen. I don't care how long it takes. I don't care if I'm down to 5 viewers by the time it happens. I'll make it fucking happen for you guys. Okay, rant's over. See, that's why I needed some scotch this morning. Now, I will ask for your guys' patience. Because at least for now, nothing's going to change. I'm still going to the GDKPs on Syntax, by the way. Nothing's going to change about that. I'm not leaving Onslaught. I'm not quitting Onslaught. Nothing about the raid schedule that I do every week has changed. But realize that the concept of what gear I get on what character no longer really matters to me. The concept of what my main is anymore doesn't really matter to me. I'll take whatever the fuck I can get. Hey, what's up, Fossey XD coming in hot with the 5 gifted tier 1 subs. Appreciate it, dude. And GSJ numbers coming in hot with the prime sub. And Armchair Adonis. Wow. Appreciate all the subs, guys. See, now I just went on that giant fucking rant. Now I feel less bad about getting subs. Appreciate it, boys. All subs will go directly to the Gressel and THC fund. Oh, and by the way, I should say that. I say that sarcastically. No, I'm not going to be swiping, in case that's what you're wondering. If you think I'm just going to take the easy way, I'll just buy gold and buy all my bisc gear. No. We're not doing any of that. We're earning our shit. It's a Toon Unruly and Bleak TV coming in hot with the prime sub as well. Appreciate it, guys. And Noteworthy Nerd and It's Me Realism. Wow, all these subs. Appreciate it, guys. T Judgment coming in hot. All these subs will go directly to the Hot Pockets, Doritos, THC, and Gressel fund. Yeah, still not going to GDKPs on Hilla. I don't hate myself that much. Am I worried about swipers outbidding me on BIS items? They're going to have to spend a lot of fucking money if they want to do it, dude. How much can I make in... I was doing this math in my head last night. How much money can I make? How much gold can I make per week? If I spend 30 hours grinding DMEs per week, I can make conservatively about 150 gold per week right now. Combine that with what I get from the GDKP runs, and I can make in the neighborhood of 5,000 to 6,000 gold a week right now. For the rest of the game, for the rest of time. I don't know what that's equivalent to in USD. But I said 150 gold per hour, you fucking spurgs. Jesus Christ. So if I can make 5 to 6k per week, like I said, you guys are gonna have to be patient. No, I said per week, sorry, per hour. You guys are gonna have to be patient. I can't make this happen overnight. I can't just come into the GDKP next week with 100,000 gold ready to buy everything that I've ever wanted. It's gonna take some work. It's gonna take some blood, sweat, and tears, as they say. It's gonna require a lot of mindless grinding. You guys are gonna have to keep me entertained along the way, because that's all I'll do on stream. I'm gonna be getting gold. And hopefully what that leads to is some actual results in raids. That's all I can do. I'm not gonna cheat. So all I can do is play this game more, because that's the one advantage I have. Playing this game more than any fucking reasonable human being ever should. With that being said, let's say we farm some jump runs.